Okay, good afternoon, good evening. Hold on, I need.
Good evening, Prof.
Good evening. So I just switch on my light. Okay, I expect about a larger number of students. Okay, today, one more minute. Today we will continue with where we left last week. Last week we went through the business model. Yeah. Today we will go through the business model until mid, and then there is an activity that you should do, and then which is part of your. Actually, for this course we have a 10% quiz. If I'm not mistaken, a 10% quiz. So like my normal, I will put you to share your activity, to discuss on your activity, and then come back and share, and then you put up in a page of paper, and then you upload in your uh, open learning. We don't use open learning, we use LMS. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let's continue where we left. Yes, Rebecca, Jefferson, how everybody is okay? Yeah. Nurul, Mayuti.
Hey, Prof.
Good, Prof.
Yeah. Nurul, Ashikin, Nasria, Shakim. Yeah. Chong. Okay. Let us go through the last topic that we have done. Okay. We covered. Okay, this is topic number 2. The slide is already in your LMS. The slides are already in your LMS. The digital business model. I think I recall that I have left this. I continued to. Did I go through this TCP/IP? No, right? I think.
No, Prof. Last week
Okay.
you didn't. You said you didn't go through the technical side.
Okay, I straight to go through the business model, right? And then I'll go back there later. Today we'll continue with business model. I think I mentioned to you about what is business model, but with the Drucker. Bear in mind, I'm still writing my module. There is no textbook for this course. That's why I write my own module. And then business model is very important when you talk about digital entrepreneurship, because it is the business model which play the role of what you call innovating the technology. We have technology, but the enabler for the technology to be uh, to be implemented in an entrepreneurship is via a business model. Yeah, via a business model. That's why we look into business model. So whenever you have a technology, you need to look into how do you deploy the business model. We have gone through the business model canvas, right? I think did we go through this? I think we have done this. I think, and then we have gone through the business model canvas. Yeah, business model canvas. Okay. I think we passed through the business model canvas. Now we left, if I'm not mistaken, we left it in the patterns of the business model. I mentioned about epicenters of business model. You can start anywhere when you design a business model. This is also part of your assignment where you need to you need to develop a business model before you develop the strategy. There are several patterns of this business model. One of it is with what we call it unbundling pattern. This unbundling pattern, we unbundle the business model into smaller components. This example given here is a telco product, where then we have one set where they deal with customer relationship business. One set of activities deal with customer relationship business. One set of activities deal with product innovation, and then the other set of activities deal with infrastructure business. This is particularly related to telco model, the telecommunication model. If you remember, if you can see that telecommunication model, they have these three sectors. What is the infrastructure business? Infrastructure business is where they provide the basic infra, the 3G, 4G, 5G, and 6G. We are going to, maybe today we are still going towards 5G. And then the basic infra, the speed, make sure all places have the facility. Then maybe some areas, the government is installing Starlink. So these are the infrastructure business, the maintaining the infra. So with setting up the infra, so we make sure that it is covered. The area is covered. Okay. Once the area is covered, then only you have a customer relationship business. Customer relationship business, my internet is not stable. Yeah. Okay, customer relationship business is where you maintain relationship with your customer. So we avoid them to go to another competitor. Maybe we have Celcom DG today, we have Maxis today. And then what else? We don't have that two main components, Celcom DG. Earlier we have Celcom DG and Maxis. Today we have Celcom DG and Maxis. And then maintaining. And then we have product innovation business. Within that, we have services, we have things that we provide along. Okay, these three types of business coexist in a single corporation, but unbundled into separate activities. Yes. So in terms of the core business types of this unbundling, we can look at customer relationship. In terms of economics, they want to have high cost of customer acquisition, make sure that it is imperative to gain large wallet share. Economies of scope are the key. They have competition, battle for scope. They have culture, highly service oriented. Yeah. And product innovation, they have a lot of products. And then for premium market share, and then large market share, they have battle for talent, yeah, employee centered. Then they have infrastructure, high fixed costs, make large volume is essential. So they need economies of scale, yeah, the battle for scale and cost focus. So you can see there is three components here. One is the by color. Yeah, you can see the color. This is customer relationship business. This is the color green here. Yeah, this is color green. Maintaining at the customer relationship, it starts at the customer point. You need to be customer focused. Customer segment is customer focused, strong relationship and acquisition and retention of the customer, strong channels. They have their online customers that come in online, customers that come in through their outlet, customers that come through their agents, yeah, resellers. And then revenue stream is large share of wallet, meaning that it is customer focused. So we have large number of customers. Value proposition, we maintain the highly service oriented. Yeah. Key activities is to get customers, acquisition customers. Resources is the installed customer base. When you want to merge, for example, say Celcom and DG merge, they will look who have the highest number of customer base. The value is based on the customer, the size of the customer base. And then what are the partner, product and service innovation, what kind of product they deliver. And then in the infrastructure management, cost structure will be high cost of customer acquisition, meaning that they give free phone. For example, you pay RM1, you get a phone. Yeah. So this is customer relationship business. One set is a customer relationship business. The other set is the product innovation business. You innovate your product. Yeah, so you have you do R&D, attracting talent, maintaining the R&D, technical, yeah, and then strong talent pool, premium pricing. You have B2B, B2C. You have e-commerce, for example, B2B, B2C. Celcom is providing a platform for businesses to, Celcom, Maxis, for businesses to promote their portal, they develop systems and so on. So B2B and B2C, this is the product innovation business. Number 3 is the infrastructure business. The infrastructure business is maintaining the infrastructure. It's a fixed cost. The revenue stream is commodities pricing because people are look into paying at the standard price. Okay, how much Maxis charge, how much Celcom charge, you buy the lowest. The cost structure is very high fixed focus, high focus. And then key activity, maintaining and developing the infrastructure. Key resource, you need to have large scale volume, large scale and large volume to infrastructure. Is this a B2B customer? So this is the infrastructure business. So this is a mobile telco. We have value proposition, we have voice, data, and content. Key relationship, installed customer base, yeah. Revenue stream from voice, data, revenue. You have internet, it's data, voice, service revenue, network maintenance. Okay. This is the business model canvas for a mobile telco. Yeah. So traditionally they compete on network quality, but today they look into the key asset is no longer the network, but their brand and customer relationship. It's on customer base. You look into customer base. Example given here, this is quite some time. France Telecom, KPN, Vodafone. Yeah. Yeah. This is the infrastructure and unbundled. Telcos, network maintenance, the infrastructure, economies of scale, and then the unbundling the customer relationship. This is the customer relationship. It's called customer base, service revenue. And then this is the contents unbundled. We have intellectual property, R&D, telcos, licensing fees. You have apps that you put into the system. Yeah. That is one model. That is unbundling model. Unbundling model. Just an example. So you can design your own model, but you can pick any of these model. Pattern 2 is a long tail model. Long tail model is very particular for internet because you have small, or what do you call it, niche product, but you have many of them, but people doesn't buy them often. But you need to keep them for a long time. But that's what it's called long tail. You keep them for a very long time. So you need to have a low inventory cost and a strong platform so that they can buy it when they want it. There are some Amazon, and some books. They keep an old book, second-hand books. They keep it in a place where it is cheap, or even online book, but it is long tail. Long tail marketing is where you can have a large scope of niche content, but there is many niche. I need to have anything, many niche segment, and then you can have content production tools, very niche content. And then the channels is internet. So revenue stream, you will be selling less, you're selling it cheap, but over a long period. So you need the cost you need is the platform management and development. Key resources is your platform. Your key partner is the niche content provider. Maybe you keep currencies, coins, stamps, and so on, but you need to put over a long time period. Yeah? User-generated content and so on. Yeah. This is long tail marketing. Example, old publishing model, broad content, broad audience, wholesale revenue, publishing knowledge. Okay, this is an old publishing model. Traditional book publishing model was built on processing of selection, where publishers screen, whether publishers screen many authors and so on, but publishers are more interested where they can print many, they can print in quantity. But there are also Lulu and so on, that multi-sided platform that serve and connect authors and readers over a long tail of user-generated niche content. Long tail user-generated niche content. This is lulu.com. Example by lulu.com. Yeah. And then there is another one that is common, especially banks use this. We call it a multi-sided platform. So you have two distinct interdependent group of customers. One customer have, and then customer 1 and customer 2, two groups. Yeah. You can imagine Visa and MasterCard. Visa, MasterCard, American Express. Maybe today we can even have banks offering credit card, Visa. Or earlier we have MX and Diners. Yeah, those are multi-sided platform. Multi-sided platform, one platform caters for one group and the other platform caters for another group, but it is multi-sided. In a single platform, there are two sides of a coin. Yeah, so the value is created by the platform at the platform by facilitating interaction between these two groups. Yeah, so this is multi-sided platform where you have value proposition 1 to customer section 1, customer segment 1, value proposition 2 for customer segment 2. And then you can have more customer segment. You can see like Airbnb. Airbnb, is it multi-sided? Yeah, Jefferson, is it multi-sided Airbnb?
Yes.
Yeah, but Airbnb is multi-sided. One side is the
For the renter and for the person looking for the accommodation. Yeah.
For example, Jefferson have a lot of homes, a lot of houses. So he's one side, and then me, I travel, so I have another side. So Airbnb in the middle. Yeah, so multi-sided. So those who have house owners and the house, what do you call it? The tenants. Yeah, the tenants. This is another multi-sided. What about Grab? Is it multi-sided? Grab is also multi-sided. Grab, they don't work for Grab. The riders don't work for Grab. Actually, they take portion of it. And then we have Visa, MasterCard, of course. So value proposition for the card member is they are able to, for example, Visa, they are able to purchase goods, but they don't have to pay. So it is, they use their card. They don't have to bring a lot of cash. And then the other side is the merchant. Merchant can have access to the card members. They need to have access to the card members, so they can so the bank or the credit card, MX or MX is the charge card, or can pay on behalf first, and then the customer will settle to MX in the middle. So we have platform management, the key activities, platform management, service provisioning, platform promotion. The key resource is the platform. The cost structure is how you manage and develop the platform. And then you have revenue from both sides. Yeah, this is another one is Google. Google is also multi-sided. This is Google. Ads, free search, monetization, advertisers, web surfers, content owners. Yeah. So there is free revenue stream, and then there is keyword auction, keyword auctions. This is search. This is the multi-sided model of Google. Okay. Then there is a free model. Free model. Sometimes we call it free, sometimes we call it freemium. There is two different things. Free is totally free. Freemium, there is other things that we have to pay. Some site we have to pay. Actually, they have different customer segment, but one customer segment which is substantially in size get it free, and then there is another customer segment who pays. For example, I think you remember Sun Microsystem, for example, Sun newspaper. Sun newspaper, one side is free. Which one is free? We take it for free. We go to the LRT, MRT station, we go to McDonald's, we take the newspaper free. We don't have to pay. But who's paying? The advertisers pay. So one segment is paying. Yeah, so there is ad space, yeah, which pay. And then there is they pay ad fees. Then there is people, customer get it for free. This is free service. Yeah. free is also a business model, but one side must be paying. Yeah, this is Facebook. Anybody pays for Facebook? Nobody pays for Facebook. You pay for Facebook. Yeah, Nurul, you pay for your Facebook?
No, Prof.
Okay. There are people who paying. If we are paying, you are this part. You are the advertiser. Whoever is paying, they are the advertiser. Who has not been paying is they are the people who just what do you call it? What do you call it? Member the Facebook. Yeah. Okay. This is the business model for Facebook. Yeah. Free social network. Yeah. Ad space. You have to pay for the space. Okay. And then freemium pattern. Freemium is different from free. Free is one group pay. Freemium is the same customer pay for the service when they increase in for example, when you use Gmail, anybody pays for their Gmail? You pay, Jefferson?
Only the Google Drive.
You pay for the Google Drive. Yes, that is freemium. Yeah, they provide us a Google Drive, a basic Google Drive, but we exceed the amount of storage we pay. That is freemium. Meaning that at a certain level, we have to pay. For example, this Red Hat, Linux Red Hat. Red Hat Enterprise Linux, it is free, but the support is payable, it's charged. Yeah, so there is two portion, premium service. Even Skype is premium. The basic service is free, but you have a free premium service you have to pay. Skype is a premium service. This is the example is Skype. Free internet call is free, but cheap call to phones is Skype out. You have to pay. Yeah, so Skype is another model. And then this is the good model. We call it bait and hook model. Bait and hook model. When you're fishing, you give a bait. You put the bait at the hook. Anybody that take the bait will be hooked. Anybody that take the bait will be hooked. We call it lock in. The term is lock in. How do you lock in? And anybody bought printers recently? Anybody bought printers? Printers. Jefferson, you bought printers?
Yeah, during the pandemic.
During the pandemic. Okay.
Yeah.
How much did you pay for your printer?
300 something.
300 ringgit. 300 something. Okay.
Yeah.
How much is the toner?
150, I think.
150, half of the price. And then you realize that the 300 it came with the toner. It came with the toner, right? That when you buy the toner first time, when you buy the printer first time, you get the toner. Do you get the toner? Yes, you get the toner, but it's not full. It's half.
Yeah.
It is half. Actually, you're buying the printer, you get the toner. But and then whenever you want to buy another toner, the second time you buy the toner, you already paid. I mean, it costs as much as the printer. So that is the bait and hook. Okay, the bait and hook, the most classic case for bait and hook is the not mobile phone. I think mobile phone as well, but it is the razor. I show you the slide. The razor. There is a story behind this. The razor. I will go back there, but we move into the razor first. The first classic story about the bait and hook is the razor. Everybody heard of the razor story? Gillette razor. Gillette razor, actually they gave Gillette the razor blade for free. As I'm mistaken, there's a story. They gave it for free. The razor like this to a bank customer. They get it for free, but they give a number of blades. But once they use up the blade, they want to replace, they have to buy the razor. And they have to buy the blade. They have to buy the blade. So even now, if you buy the razor blade, you get some blades, but number of blades, but when you to buy a replacement blades are much more expensive than the razor. This is so the same model is imitated by the printer. You buy toners just now, that is hook and bait, but there is another model for this hook, and it is the which is the mobile phone. Anybody subscribe to Maxis, RM1 Maxis? Anybody subscribe to RM1 Maxis phone? Shakir, Muhammad Shakir, which operator do you use for your phone?
I use Unify, bro.
Unify.
Yeah.
Phone?
No. Phone, I use Nothing phone.
Nothing phone?
Yes.
What do you mean nothing phone?
There is a brand, bro.
Oh, there is a brand, so I'm not
Yeah.
familiar with that. Okay, anybody using Jefferson? What phone? What operator do you use?
DG. So now Celcom DG lah.
Celcom DG.
Yeah.
Cool. What phone do you use?
iPhone.
Brand. No, what operator?
Celcom DG. iPhone.
Celcom DG iPhone. What? Koja pun?
Same as
Yes.
DG and also
DG.
iPhone.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody use Maxis? Anybody here use Maxis?
Maxis here.
Rebecca, do you work with Maxis? No.
No.
Okay, you use Maxis, right?
Yeah.
Are you aware that there is a program that you pay RM1, you get a phone?
Yeah, my mom does that. My mom used that RM1 thing, but she has to use for 2 years.
She has to use.
But she can choose there's like a particular models of phone that she has to choose from.
Okay, this is called free phone. Actually, it's free phone. Is it free?
Technically, no, because you're still paying that RM1, you see.
Okay.
It's not like completely free lah.
Not completely free. Okay. Why do you have to pay the RM1? Can it be totally free? Any lawyers here? Anybody studied law here? Rebecca, you're not a lawyer?
No, I'm in marketing.
In marketing. Okay. Anybody took a law paper? Business law? Anybody? Jefferson, have you taken a business law paper?
No.
No. Okay. Okay. Just a little a visit to what constitutes a contract. Basic law, basic contract. I took law papers. Basic contract. In order to have a contract needs to we need to be three things. One, they must have an offer, meaning somebody must offer a product, offer some service, offer some product. Anybody must give an offer. Give an offer. Number two, there must be an acceptance. Okay, an offer that is not accepted is not a contract. Offer, somebody must accept. Yeah, the other end must accept, or I accept. That, but still, the third one is consideration. And then the value does not matter in the consideration. The value doesn't matter as long there is a consideration. Offer, acceptance, and consideration. Okay, I purchase a pen. The consideration is RM2. So I buy it from, say, Jabun. Yeah, I buy your pen. Jabun, I buy your pen. You offer to me to sell your pen, and I purchase and I give you RM2. It is a contract. There must be a consideration. The RM2 is a consideration. But doesn't matter what is the value. Maybe Jefferson have a Mercedes-Benz. And then I want to, I offer to Jefferson, I want your Mercedes-Benz at RM10. Jefferson says, I accept. And then I give him RM10, the car is sold. the value doesn't matter, but there must be a consideration. So looking back at Maxis, Rebecca, if there is no 1 ringgit, will there be a contract? Without the 1 ringgit?
No.
No. They need to, the 1 ringgit need to be there to constitute a contract. So there is a contract. So the contract is that your mother have to pay for 24 months, right? Or 20,
Yep.
24
24
months.
months.
So the contract is the mother have to pay for 24 months because there is a valid contract. Valid contract, there is an offer from Maxis. Your mother signed the acceptance and your mother paid the 1 ringgit. There is a consideration. So consideration from your mother is providing the 1 ringgit. Consideration from Maxis is they provide the service. So there is a, so it becomes what we call here a lock. Contractual lock-in. They lock the customer. Yeah, so they lock the customer. So this is how they lock the customers. So we give a device manufacturer, give a phone, maybe a special price, and so on. So this bait and hook. So then how do we design this business model? How do we design? There are many ways to design this business model. We can use customer insights. I'll show you customer insight using an empathy map later. We can use ideation based on these epicenters. We can have lean canvas, based on from Aishmauria, they develop a lean canvas. You can see in the Canvanizer, there is also lean canvas. You can also lean canvas. You can use visual thinking. You can develop prototyping. You can develop scenario. But the base is actually you are using the business model canvas. You draw on the business model canvas. Yeah, so empathy map is developed by a visual thinking company called Explain. So it is a customer profiler, a simple customer profiler. They design the customer, the value proposition to reach the customer. So based on customer insights. So it is value proposition based on customer insights. How does customer think and feel? Whether what do they really think and feel? What really count on them? What is their major preoccupation? What are their major worries? What are their major aspiration? You put a sticker note there. And then what does she hear? What does friends say? What boss say? What influence say? You put a sticker note there here. And then what do they see? Environment, friends, you put the sticker note here. And then say and do, attitude in public, appearance, you put what is the customer's pain? What is the customer's gain? Their want, their need, frustration, and so on. You put a sticker note. Then from this solution, you can have something like this. And then you develop the customer value proposition. What is the expectation of the customer? Value proposition is in the middle. Value proposition. This is the value proposition. Yeah, this is the value proposition in the middle. Yeah. So this is done through brainstorming. You done this through brainstorming. Yeah. Yeah. How do you use it? You brainstorm, look at all possible, and then you have customer segment. You do role play. You do role play. It's good that you do role play. You have you set up your customer and then you do role play and then you set up idea. Yeah. Empathy map. What does she see? What does she hear? She or he post. Yeah. By role play, 6 questions. And then you do that. Yeah. And then you develop that. Okay, this is empathy map. I did this empathy map, but it will be it's good also. But I've done this some time ago. Another way is looking at lean canvas. Lean canvas, you follow the number. For me, lean canvas is much more objective because sometimes empathy map can be very subjective. Depends on the people that you use, you do your role play with. Lean canvas starts with the problem. We look into problem. Anyway, like I mentioned to you earlier, sometimes when you set up businesses, we don't look at problem, we look at opportunity. But lean canvases lean canvas starts with problem. You list top 3 problem, 1, 2, and 3 problems. So, but you can put alternatives, so how these problems are solved today. And then you relate this problem. Okay, you must relate this problem with the customer segment. There is 1, 2, and 3. Because this is the mistake many people do. When you have a problem and then customer segment, you put everybody. Everybody is your customer segment. You cannot be who have this problem. For example, problem of paying fees, problem of paying, say, fees. So who have the problem of paying fees? Maybe parents paying the children's fees, school fees, for example, or university fees, college fees, or the students themselves. So the customer segment is the one that feel the pain. It is their problem. You don't put everybody there. So say if, for example, there are things that I saw that when you do this customer segment doesn't match the problem because, for example, yeah, your customer segment is the one that feel the pain. Yeah, so you have your target customer. This is the target customer. Maybe, and then, yeah, so that is the problem, number one problem, and then you match with the customer is the one that have the problem. Number 3, how do you solve the customer's problem? Customer have problem, how do you solve? That is your unique value proposition. Number 3, what value do they require? Remember, value, not product. Value is higher level than product. Product is lower level. Value is higher level. You quench your thirst by drinking water. Water is the product. Drink is the product. The value, you quench your thirst. Yeah. What is the value of number 3? And then the product is number 4. Yes. Value first, and then number 4 is the product. And then how do you deliver the product? Number 5. How do you deliver the product? Number 5. Number 6. How do you get paid from the product? Number 6. The revenue stream. Number 7. What will be the cost of the product to develop product, to produce services, and so on? Number 7. Key metrics is the number, the metrics, the environmental figure, the figures that you can get from people outside there. So the number of population, maybe Malaysia have 30 million population, how many is youngsters, how many is looking for jobs. So these are key metrics that you can get. That is reachable. That is reachable, meaning that is feasible. You don't plug figures from the sky. Yeah, number 8. And then of all this, number 9, what is an unfair advantage of you against the other product? What is an unfair advantage of you, of your product, your solution, yeah, your unique value proposition, and so on, your channel, and so on, against the other existing product or customers or competitors? Number 9. You complete this. That is lean canvas. This is another way you can develop your business model. And then from this lean business model, you can draw up your business model canvas. The same value proposition, the same customer segment, the same channel, cost structure, revenue stream, and then you add on the other parts, your partners, and so on. Yeah. So some stays at lean canvas, some you can transfer them to the business model canvas. And then, okay, this is the center. This is about the product. This is about the market. Yeah, this is how you develop your lean canvas. Business, and then you draw it to here. Yeah, you can have key partners here, key activities, value proposition. You expand it. You expand from the lean canvas. You expand it. So I like the lean canvas better. And then the other way is you can begin from what you get. For example, resource driven, you have resources, you have partners, for example, you have a concession for timber, for example. You have concession for timber, and then now your business starts with timber because your resources is the timber. People give you access to a plot of land nearby the sea. Okay, your access is the sea. Your resource is the sea. You start with key resource. Depends on what you get first. This is resource driven. So you have infrastructure, partnership, okay? And then you are the roadside. Nobody have access to the main highway, for example. That is your resource. So you start with the epicenter, you start at the resource. Offer driven, you create a new technology, you develop new technology, those technology have values. So you begin with value proposition, you center value proposition and you move outward. Or you customer segment. For example, fintech companies, a lot of fintech companies, they harness relationship with their customers. They get their customer base, they have a large customer, and then using their customer, they approach the banks, they say, I have access to large customers who want to put in fixed deposits. Each of them putting 10 million, then you deal with me, and then you give me preferential rate, and then I will work with my customer base. Yeah, you have customers. So yes, my internet is unstable. Yeah. Okay, and then you move from the customer driven or finance driven. You have access to finance. Then yeah, for fintech just now is for customer. Fintech finance is where you have access to finance. Yeah, so you have risk cost, you have revenue, you have access, so you can provide them towards delivering value, delivering channel, and so on. You move outward, upward. Multiple epicenter, meaning that there are many resources. You can get resources, they can get customer, and so on. You can move anywhere. So your business model canvas doesn't have to start at the customer segment or start in value center. Value proposition, you can start anywhere, depend on what you have. Okay, this is around ground rules. I will not move into these ground rules, but whatever is in your slide. Okay, thank you. We are 8:40. We will continue. Oh no, we haven't finished that slide yet. Continue again. Topic 2. Okay, we start from the middle. We didn't do the top part. We haven't done the top part, which is the internet history. But I guess you might need a break. Do you need a break? So that we can start fresh from the internet part.
Yeah, Prof.
Yes, Prof.
Okay. Any question? Any question that make you wonder, that you are not clear? Yeah. Any question? Nasria, Akimi, Intan Shafini.
So far, don't have any question for Prof.
Okay.
But Prof,
Yes.
I have one question. I just need clarify with you for a submission assignment.
Okay.
When
30,
we have to
okay.
submit the assignment?
21st November, if I'm not mistaken. 21st. It is at your last class. Yeah, no, 1 week before your class. Okay,
For both, Prof.
okay. The last class is your for group. Last class is for your individual assignment. 1 week is your group assignment.
Oh, okay, I see.
1 week before your last class is the group assignment. The rest is during the last class, on the last class date.
21st.
21st.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Prof.
Okay, we'll take a break and we'll come back at 9 o'clock. Okay. Okay, can we continue? Okay, we will continue with the from the beginning of the topic 2. So earlier we jump into the middle part so that you can work on your assignment. Now we start back on the history of the internet, about internet. What is the internet? And then we could begin with the history of the internet. I usually begin with the history of the internet because I want to show the difference between internet and the World Wide Web. The technology is a World Wide Web rides on top of the internet. So you can use, you can apply technology directly. You can use internet directly without the World Wide Web, or you can also use the web. Started in 1957, the US government created the Advanced Research Projects Agency, or we call it ARPA. 1958, we have integrated circuit, which is invented. 59, we use transistors, we moved transistors. 62, run, created the packet switching. Okay, I think some of these are not relevant. Yeah? Okay, the things that are relevant is this packet switching created the internet. With packet switching, we are able to have the internet. And then Ted Nelson created the hypertext. From the hypertext, we get the World Wide Web. ARPANET is formed in 1969. Yeah, that is the main thing that means. Okay, US developed this ARPA. And then ARPANET was formed in 1959. Okay, before they developed this ARPANET, this Advanced Research Project Agency actually meant for working on space research. Yes, space research, going to the moon and so on. And then later on, in late 1950s, they developed they spin off to NASA, National Space Agency. Then only it concentrate on the internet. Yeah, and then we have the internet history, 1969, but started with 4, then 71 with 23 hosts. And then 1971, Ray Tomlinson invented the email program. This email program is not web. It is email riding on top of the internet. 1974, we have the 62 hosts. 1024 hosts. And then by 1986, we no longer have ARPANET. ARPANET was decommissioned, and then they provided the infrastructure, the networking infrastructure to the National Science Foundation. National Science Foundation. NSF is National Science Foundation. And then 1988, the number of hosts becomes 56,000. 1990, ARPANET pulls the plug, and that is totally an SFNet. Yeah, and then then only in 1992. Okay, after this, we have an SFNet, and then around 1995, we have the internet. Yeah, 1995 or 1992. And then CERN and Tim Berners-Lee demonstrated the World Wide Web in 1992, and then back then, in 1992, the first browser developed by Tim Berners-Lee is known as the World Wide Web. Yeah, and then running on the platform also known as World Wide Web. 1993, we have Mosaic as the first commercial or first open or public browser. And then 1994, we have point-to-point protocol, PPP. So we have allows TCP/IP over phone lines. Then we have this modem. And then modulator, demodulator, because the phone line is not digital, it's analog. 1995, we have a browser war between Microsoft and Netscape. Yeah, if anybody still remember Netscape. Then the internet protocols. Yes, so a protocol is a service that allows people to talk with each other. A system that are able to talk with each other is called protocol. The internet protocol have two suites. We call it transmission control protocol. It allows communication between two systems. And the internet protocol, the internet protocol provides the addresses IP addresses, internet IP addresses, so that you are able to communicate with specific IP addresses like phone numbers. Yeah, so we have common application like electronic mail, terminal, file transfer, FTP, and so on. Yeah, and then TCP/IP was developed in mid 1770s by DARPA, and then it established a packet switch network. So where a packet switch network is whereby the content are broken up to parcels or packets and then reassembles at the distant destination. Yeah, this is the foundation for Internet and World Wide Web. It's based on packet switch network. Then Internet protocol is the network layer, layer 3 protocols that have the addressing information and some control information. IP is the heart of Internet protocol. It has two primary responsibilities. One is to providing connectionless best effort delivery of datagrams through the Internet network, and then provide fragmentation and reassembly of these datagrams. Yeah. So transmission control protocol provide reliable transmission of data in an IP environment. So it streams data transfer through a structured stream of bytes identified by sequence number. There is a sequence number, and then it pass these bytes into segments, pass them through IP and deliver them. It is reliable because it is connection-oriented, end-to-end reliable packet delivery. Yeah, so transmission control protocol is provide efficient flow control, full duplex application. It can send and also receive at the same time. And then it can also multiplexing, meaning that it can have layers of conversation, multiplex over a single connection. So Internet protocol, application layer protocol, we have this file transfer protocol, we have simple network management protocol, telnet servers, and then X Windows servers. Yeah, with Internet protocol. So what does how do they do? This transfer control protocol will break pieces of no bigger than 1,500 characters. We call it packets. I think we learned this in MIS as well, right? We have covered this in MIS. Break it into packets, send it into an envelope, and each envelope have head and tail, headers, yeah, and then send to the location or the address of the intended recipient, and we have head and tail, and then they reassemble that back at the destination. They arrive at this destination, and then they reassemble back. If there is if there is a packet that loose in the middle, they will call the destination will call for the sender to send another packets, and then they will replace, and then they will add it on. Yeah. So this is the Internet Protocol application layer protocol. We have NSF, NET, and so on. Simple mail transfer protocol, and then DNS, domain name system, translate the name of the network into network addresses. Then I think we have covered this in our MIS. Just repeat that IP numbers will begin. This is version 4. Version 4 today. We have IP version 6, which is 128 alphanumerical digits instead of previously this up to 255, because it is binary. Yeah, domain name is the equivalent to an IP number. It matches by a domain name system. Yeah, we have domain name system that matches the IP number with specific domain name, and then the domain name is by hierarchy. Yeah, we have organized this by a tree structure by hierarchy. We have first level domain, yeah, and then top level domain, first level, and so on. Yeah, so this is an example of IP address. This is how domain. This is a URL. I think by now you can distinguish between URL and a domain name. Domain name. This is the which part is the domain name? Let me on the annotate row. Okay, this part is a domain name. This is the protocol. The machine is World Wide Web. It runs on a platform, World Wide Web. This is a subdomain. This is the file name. The whole thing is called URL, Universal Resource Locator. The whole thing is a URL. So the domain name is just, no, this is subdomain. This is the domain name actually, iupui.edu. That is the domain name. Domain name is, this is first level domain. This is second level domain. Complete, this is a subdomain. Yeah. Okay, and then move. Okay, now we look into the internet value network. How does internet provide value? Internet users. So the internet users, we can see several groups of internet users. We have e-commerce companies. E-commerce companies traditionally have exchanged their product, whether it is real products or services for real money through an online channels. Besides the digital business have, like I mentioned earlier, is everything in their business activities, or all business processes are digital, but e-commerce companies deal with the front end transaction. Yeah, and then besides, but they use the internet. E-commerce companies uses the internet, and then we have content aggregators like YouTube and so on. It's a content aggregator. They aggregate content. They also are user of the internet. Market maker, which is an intermediary, provide place to trade, set the rules for trade. For example, B2C, C2C, C2C example, eBay, for example, eBay. Brokers and agents facilitate transaction from one part of the transaction. Mudah, maybe Carousel or something. Yeah. And then we also have internet service provider that provide consulting, outsourcing, website designing, EDI, electronic data interchange. We covered in our MIS, firewalls, data storage backups. And so these are the internet users. And then there are internet communication service providers like provided by backbone operator that run the backbone, control very large bandwidth lines, large volume of digital traffic. We have internet service provider that provide hardware and software, enable individuals to gain access to the internet. We have online service provider provide hardware and software, enables individuals to private or closed network. And then we have also last mile connection to consumers, yeah, that provide point of presence. Yeah. And then internet suppliers, we have content creators that develop, owners of intellectual property, intellectual capital, provide content. Software suppliers that provide software products. Hardware suppliers that provide communication equipment, computer equipment, and hardware equipment. These are the players in the internet. So environmental of a digital, I think we have covered this, right? Or not yet? When you talk about the digital environment, this is the environment of the digital business, environment of digital business. We have this macro environment and micro environment. Micro environment deals directly with the organization, with the company. Micro environment, this is directly affect the company, and it is affected by the company. We have suppliers, we have competitors, intermediaries, and customers. It deals directly with the environment, have direct impact on the environment, on the organization. Besides micro environment, we have macro environment, which comprise of 4. We have international, technology, country specific, and society. International, we look into the economic factors. Yeah, it will affect the currency, legal constraint. We have some rules, yeah, international rules, cultural factors, internationally. This is macro environment when we sell products international. Technology, we look into innovation, and then trends in terms of technology. Country specific, we have the economic factors of the country, legal constraints in the country, and cultural factors in the country. In society, we have public opinion, moral constraints, ethical constraints, and then which is quite far, not really directly related, but it impacts the micro environment. It impacts the micro environment, and then the micro environment in turn impacts the company or the organization. Yeah, customer, we look at what kind of service do they, this is micro environment. We look into what kind of service they offer via the website. Competitor, this is when you benchmark your product or services with your competitor. Intermediaries is your channel. Yeah, your competitors, yeah, intermediaries, your channel that you deal with your customers, and then your suppliers, and then macro environment is society, country specific, international economics, international legal. Yeah, this one that I covered just now. Okay, and then covered this part. Okay, any question? We move into chapter 3. Any question so far? Okay, this is something that we will take this back. This micro environment, we'll take this back when we start doing our, all this part. We'll take it back when we do our strategy. Yeah, so these are the things that you, basic things that you need to know, but we will take it back when you develop the strategy, which is the next part. Okay, I'll just continue the next part. Okay, the LMS, I have also uploaded the notes in your LMS. I'll try to cover the chapter, if infrastructure for digital business, as much as possible. Okay, this, like I mentioned to you, I require you to do an activity, which is, this is activity that you need to do. Can we do it in 15 minutes? Yeah, just take 15 minutes. Make a list of potential technology problems faced by the customers of an online retailer. Online retailer, you can find many online retailers today. Consider problem faced by the users of digital business application, internal or external to the organization. I think I mentioned just now, there are internal or external to the organization, digital application. What is the problem faced by them? Based on your answer, you have experience on the website that can be related. Based your answer on the problem that you have experienced on the website that you can relate, can be related to network, hardware, or software failures, meaning that you look into the problem that we are looking at must be related to network, hardware, or software failures, or problems with data quality. So you look into these 4 factors. Yeah, 4 factors, which is the network problem, hardware problem, software problem, or data quality problem. Yes, so you look into potential technology problem. You start with the potential technology problem faced by customers of an online retailer. Consider problem faced by users of digital business application. Digital business application can be any either internal or external to the organization. Base your answer on problems that you experience on the website, on any website, or any technology problem. You don't have to be specifically on the website. Any maybe website or not, it depends, but it might relate to network, hardware, software, or data quality. Okay, can give you 15 minutes, and then you come back, and then share quickly, then we continue from there. Okay, any questions so far? Any question? Jefferson, Rebecca, any question? You just make it quick.
No.
No problem, Okay, no question. Okay, I'll stop share and then break you into groups. Breakup room, there are 20 of you, 29. I break you into 4 groups. 4 groups so that you break into 4 groups at random, 4 groups. We come back. Now it's 9:20. We come back at 9:35. 20, 15, 20. Open all room. 9:20. We come back at 9:35. 9:35. Just 15 minutes. I think good enough. 15. Okay. We wait until everybody come back. Okay, which group want to start first? Just a rap. Just want someone from your each group. Just
Okay,
quickly.
Prof.
Yes, Jefferson.
Yeah. So okay, on our end, if we don't want to talk about list, then there'll be a long list lah. So I think,
Okay.
but if we talk normally, it would be you are unable to access because of website downtime, or sometimes you click on one link but expecting to go to this product, but it leads to another product, or it could be the product information is outdated, or you have registration issues. I think is one issue that we face. Checkout issues is also another issue that we face. Then I believe nowadays mostly the delivery tracking issues, that one has been quite well done already lah. But normally this the checkout, unable to load, or incorrect listings, or email communication issues. So I think these are most of the problems that we face. So if we want to talk about from an internal and external point of view, the issue unable to access, it could the issue faced by customer will be, you cannot register, you are unable to purchase. Whereas for the employee side, it may be their software is incompatible, unable to integrate, unable to authenticate this kind of problem. When it comes to incorrect listings, then external user, they will get the wrong information. Whereas for internal, it could be their maybe it's also their business practices. They did not update it on time, or their processes may not be correct, or it could be a software issue as well. Then when we talk about based on be it a hardware network, so network related issues are slow page loading, timeout errors when you access, whereas hardware is server downtime. You cannot even access the web page, or the page is not found at all. Software is, I think it's mentioned there, you unable to browse because of browser compatibility and data quality problems. I think this is mostly related to cybersecurity, like data privacy and concerns. Yep, I guess those are the things that we have listed.
Okay. And then very good. Okay, next group. Which group want to volunteer? Group 2, 3 or 4? Please volunteer. You can make it quick. Room 2, we have Akshay, Chong Jia Judah, Tan Xiaomei.
Yeah, doctor, you're asking who will want to share, is it?
Yes.
Okay. I'm from group 4. We'll have to
Okay.
share our group answer.
Mm.
So in terms of the for question number 1, we think that what are the issue that we can think of is the payment gateway issue. This one actually link back to the connectivity. Sometimes if let's say it's a retailer, the payment gateway is very important to get the transaction successful. If there is any issue with the payment, then the sales is not successful, then meaning it is a very challenging for online retailer. And another thing that we think online retailer, there are many types. There are people that is or company that is established enough that they have website, or they could have an online store in the platform like Lazada or Shopee. And there are also certain type of seller that they only just post their sales post in the social media, that they don't have any particular sales channel to complete a transactions. So this poses a challenge for consumer like us to distinguish whether a seller is genuine or not. The inability to identify quality seller can cause of fraudulent cases happen. And another thing that we think of will be the inaccurate inventory may happen if we have a platform that is not stable to show the inventory level, for example. For question number 2, what are the things or what are the challenges to the internal external party? We think is the server downtime. Very depending the application is is customer facing or internal facing. So both scenario will have a server downtime issue because both are using internet. So when we have server downtime, then the user will not be able to use it. Okay, and another thing with the heightened security, we may have additional requirement, for example, OTP, and then keep changing of the password every time log out from the application. Those are the challenges for the user to have a good experience of using the product or the platform. So it's hard to strike that balance to provide convenience, but at the same time, we have to think about the data, the security of data. Third thing, the question is about, website, and then, hardware, software problem. Network, yes, connectivity is the issue. Hardware cannot keep up with the advancement of the software. Then people that own an old device that cannot use a more advanced app, for example. Then software, we have bugs, especially new app or new, then we will have bugs happen. And data quality, we may not encounter that often, based on my experience, but can have data quality issue if, for example, maybe the pricing is not updated in a consumer mindset or experience. Yeah, that's all from us. Thank you.
Okay, any group 3 or 4, 3 or 2 or 3? Yes. Anybody? Yes, Nasria. Very good.
Idila will start.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to be the one who represents group 3. We have Nasria, me, Intan, and Hakimi. So both on our discussion just now, we make it on the table here. There are some problems that have been facing by the users. First, performance issue. Performance issue can be like the user experience, and then user interface as well. So this kind of thing when the application is so slow, for example, lagging, freeze, and so on. So we consider this kind of thing is an internal problem, which maybe the company or the online retailer are not really ready with the application that they have. And then based on this, this kind of problem is because of network and software issue, which they have to upgrade. And then the second one is the payment failures. Payment failures is this is some things that I think have been faced by a lot of users. This kind of thing we consider as an external problems, because when we are talking about payment failures, right? It's not only the online retailers alone. It can be the network, maybe the internet connection, or it can be also the problem for the payment gateway. It can be the bank, or maybe the debit or credit card, and so on, because usually they will have this kind of partnership. So this kind of a problem we consider as a network problem. The third one is the security problem, can be data breaches. This is an internal problem, because this is something that a company, especially online retailers, should prepare, which is the security within their applications, or security within their networks. It can be a firewall, or can be web application firewall, something like that. So they have to strengthen this kind of problems, this kind of security base. This is also a network problem based on network. This is also sometimes can be a software as well. So basically, it can be both. And the fourth one is the fraud. Fraud here is more like scammers. So this kind of thing is actually more into external, because those kind of scammers sometimes they have this like guessing passwords, or it's actually the fault of the users itself how they can be scammed. And this kind of problem is based on the problem with data quality. Maybe the users are not having a good quality data, or maybe they're having a password that's easily to guess on this kind of things. The fifth one is the shipping delays or problems. This one can be both internal and external, because when we're talking about shippings in a company or retailers, sometimes they will have a partnership with other expeditions, maybe can be Ninja Van or whatever, which they available in the country, or they can also have their own delivery services. So it can be both internal and external, and it can be a software as well, because maybe the way they integrate their data, how it can be updated, how it can be delays. Other than that, it's actually human error as well. So we are not sure if other than software, it can be like hardware or data quality or something like that. But other than software, it's actually also maybe their system. The sixth one is the poor customer service. Poor customer service is of course is something that have been facing a lot by the users. It can be an internal problem because maybe the company don't really have a very good customer service system, or maybe they are not being trained enough, or maybe the chat the chat function is a problem, or maybe it's hard to get connected to them and so on. So this can be maybe a software problem as well. So this is basically what we have discussed within the team, within the room, Prof. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Quite detailed. Okay, the last group, which is group 2. Anybody from group 2? Akshay, Chongjia, Jun, Shakim, Nurul Ashikin, or Jen Yu. Anybody?
Prof, I will present for group 2.
Okay, please.
What we have issue is the compatibility issue. So what we have here is about different screen size. We have different resolution. So up today we have 4K, 2K, phone, laptops, iPad. So they have this different resolution. So but basically they need to integrate with the all resolution have. So it is about the I think for the internal problem, and this is about the software failure.
Okay, and that's all?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. So all group represented. So you can take notes. You should have taken notes of all these points, and then you will submit it in your LMS. I will put the place for submission later, but you take a note first, together with your other individual assignments. Okay, now we will continue with I'll just finish a little bit more. I have 10 minutes left. Talking about, coming back from where we left, yeah. So we talk about digital business infrastructure. We look at these potential technology problems. So we look back into the digital infrastructure, the digital business infrastructure components. Okay, this is the layers that I don't recall which from one of the author. There is 5 levels of digital business services, digital business infrastructure. The first layer is the digital business services, the applications layer, where this is where you put your layers for CRM, the applications, yeah, the supply chain management, data mining, content management system, and so on. This is the layer that you put your digital business services. What are the services that you provide? And then the next layer will be the system software layers. These digital business services will write on certain system software like the web browser, networking software, data management system on top of it. And then this system software will write on top of this transport layer or TCP/IP. You need to have your servers, Apache, and so on. And then you have a storage or physical layer. And then where you have the physical servers, physical storage, yeah? And then web servers, and so on. And then another side, we have the content and data layer. This is where all these customers' data are being kept. Yeah, so this is the physical infrastructure where you have the internet with global ISP, and then we have the home PC client connection to the local ISP. Yeah, and then you need to have this URL and domain names. Yeah, so this is, I think this we have covered this just now. I will not repeat. And then, but when you're looking into the domain name, you need to have what is in the URL. You have the protocol, host name, subdomain. I think we have covered this as well. But you need to look into, when you develop a server, when you run the server, a web server, particularly web server, you need to know what is the path, what is the port, yeah, that you use. For example, like if you use Java, or the standard will be 80, 80, and so on, depending on the service that you provide, the port, path, and URL parameter, the anchor, and fragment. So there is a fragmented application infrastructure. So this is a fragmented application infrastructure where we have the infrastructure are in silos, meaning that procurement and logistics is in one application, finance in one application, marketing in one application. Yeah, this is what we call fragmented application infrastructure. Originally, most of infrastructure are fragmented, where we have procurement and logistics. They have this technology architecture at the bottom. We have application on top of it, and then we have business process architecture on the other layer on top of it. And then, but it doesn't relate to finance. Yeah, so finance is another architecture, and then doesn't relate to marketing. Marketing is another architecture. There is a functional barrier, but when looking into digital business, most of the time we plan towards integrating them. Yeah, we have functional integration. Functional integration at the technology architecture, we link both all these procurement, logistic, finance, marketing, and if there is any other departments, we link together. This is the technology of architecture. We use the same technology integrated. And then we have application data architecture on top of it. And then we have business process architecture on another layer. So we will have, we will not have system internally. We will not have system that will not be able to talk with each other. But nevertheless, when there are issues of that, we will have what do you call mediators to what is the term of mediators? I'll get back to you later to combine. Okay, and then at the different levels of management, we have operational level management, tactical management, and then we have strategic level management. And then we have enterprise resource planning system that covers from top to the bottom. And then we have knowledge management software that covers from the top to bottom, and then knowledge management software that covers from the top to bottom. Yeah. So when we have, this is the elements of digital business infrastructure, where we have client applications on top. We have this applications integration with partners and intermediaries in the middle, and then with this there is a management of extranet and intranet. Yeah, and then we have application development, data development, application servers, legacy application, web servers, and corporate database servers. Yes, management. This is the elements of digital. But there are management issues, like in terms of this service quality of client-side application, with the clients are not be able to talk to the servers, external application hosting, where you put the servers in external hosting, integration with partner systems, maybe like such as the payment gateway issues and so on, quality of internet and extranet connection through the internet service providers. And then we have platforms for applications, issues and platform for applications, content management system, database management. In terms of quality of server-side application, there is server-side application, not the client-side, but server-side application. And then like service, performance, availability, high level of availability, and then redundancies, interfaces, and integration with other digital businesses and legacy system. There are also issues of control applications to manage, to monitor the different service level and quality of staff, access to the internet and intranet services. Okay, this is the basic infrastructure of a digital business, and then we move into digital business strategy. I think we will cover this next week. Then we will apply what we learned here to the development of this strategy here. Yeah, sales side, we look into development, and then the supply chain management strategy. How do we develop this strategy? And then how do we do this strategy analysis and so on. But so far, we have learned a lot in terms of the basic infrastructure. Then we will take it up back later, take it further later. Yeah, web server, we'll cover some example web servers, like we have Apache, and then Microsoft servers and so on. Okay, okay, I'll stop here first. Any questions so far for today? Yes. So yes.
Just one. Just now that discussion, you said we need to submit as a note, correct?
Yes, as a point, as a one page or 2 pages.
Okay. So the title we just put discussion from class 2.
Class 2.
Okay.
Okay. Any other question? We have 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Question. We will continue next week. Next week we have class. We have 2 class next week. Then only we have a break, right? Okay. Or this week and another week. Then we break. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. If there is no question, we can adjourn for now.
Thanks, Prof.
Thank you, Prof.
Right,
Good night,
thanks, Prof.
everyone.
Good night.
Thank you, Prof.
Bye, thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Prof.
Thank you.